Nitin. Thank you so much for taking our time to interview with us. For the viewers, may we please request you to share your results on the GMAT and application?
Sure. Hi, Rikshita. I'm very glad to be here. So my GMAT results are, so I got like 730 in GMAT with 7 in IR and 6 in writing assessment. And my related to my MBA application results, so I got like offers from 6 business schools and like one of my best offers is from one like top 30 US college with 100% scholarship.
That's awesome. Congratulations on
Yeah.
receiving these admits. So, in your opinion, what are a few factors or actions that you took that made all the difference?
Yeah, so I actually started preparing for GMAT in 2020, and so my first GMAT result was like 670. And then I applied for like 4 or 5 colleges and I got rejection from everywhere because this score is not very good, like, for a top college. And then I took a break for several months, and in 2021, I started preparing again. And then I kind of, realize like what kind of mistakes I have done in the past, that I need to change. So one thing was, my approach to especially the verbal section,
Mhm.
because earlier, I was kind of considering it as like an English language test, but it's not an English language test. It's a reasoning test. Even in the sentence correction, the logic comes first and grammar comes, later. So when I realized, these kind of things, that how to approach the question, what the exams, wants from us. So it's totally
Right.
reasoning. So when I realized that, then I, changed my approach to solving the question, and that really made the difference, and after like in my final attempt, I got like 42 in verbal, and that's how I got this score.
All right, that's really awesome. So, with the benefit of hindsight, what are a few other mistakes you believe you might have committed in this process?
I think, yeah, one mistake that I did when I started preparing was, not having a proper plan or not stick to a proper study material. Because I actually, looked at the official guides, and, I was like, okay, this is quant, and, maybe I am aware of these kind of, equations and all. So I directly started solving questions. So that was a
Right.
mistake. I think later I realized that, and if I got stuck at a topic, I go to Google and read about it, and then again I started solving questions. So that was a very wrong approach. So later, I like bought a proper study material, and then I got stick to that plan. So I think that is a mistake, future applicants should avoid. Initially they should start have a proper study material, be it a Manhattan Guides or course from Experts Global or any other course. So that course will give you a finite amount of study material which you can refer, and then you should go to official guides. So
Mhm.
this is the mistake I did. By the time I realized that I did it, I already solved, for example, all the questions from official guides, and then I had like no questions to solve. And then I got this course from Experts Global, in which they had like additional questions to practice, and that's how I
Mhm.
unlearned things initially. And yeah, I think, yeah, this is the mistake I did in the start.
All right. It's amazing how you actually learned from your mistakes and you overcame all the challenges that you faced in the first attempt. So, what advice will you give to the future GMAT aspirants?
Okay, so the advice I would give, yeah, stick to a study plan, be it books or be it course. Like, don't just, like randomly start reading everything on Google, because there is so much information available on Google, and, you will get lost in that information. So stick with a plan, or stick with a proper study material.
Yes, that is so true. I mean, it gets very confusing sometimes when you get way too many options to
Mm.
refer, right? So, what are your thoughts about mock tests? And according to you, how many mock tests and at what frequency should the aspirants be taking?
Yeah, this is another mistake I think I did initially. I was giving like too many mock tests, and I think we should not, like, because if we talk about official mock tests. So there are like six official mock tests from GMAT. Two are free and four are paid. And then there are mock tests from different companies. So I think one should not give too many mock tests, because this is, again, I realized, and I was discussing this with someone, and he summed it up very, very nicely, that like giving a mock test is like checking your body temperature again and again. No matter how many times you check it, it will stay the same. If you want to improve your condition, you have to take the medicine, not check your temperature again and again. So yeah, I was giving like initially like every weekend one mock test, but then later I realized this is because my score was like same. So then I like reduced my frequency. And on mock test, yeah, like one thing, the best thing about Experts Global, I think, is the mock test. The score I was getting in the mock test is like very, very close to the actual score I got. So yeah, I always recommend people, like no matter where you study, for mock test, always go for Experts Global.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, that's great. So, how was your experience of applying to B schools, and what are a few things you believe you did correctly in successfully achieving these admits?
Yeah, the experience was very, very good. I think I learned a lot about me, my personality, what I want from, life, because, through essay questions, through networking. So yeah, the experience itself, the application process is really, really good, especially the essay part. It really, pushes you to think what you really want to do in your life. And when you write and when you think about those things, you get the clarity where you want to be in your life. So that was the most amazing part. No matter what the result is, that
Right.
self reflection, your strengths, your weaknesses, where you want to live in life, which company you want to go. So that was like, it really gave me clarity
Mm-hmm.
about myself.
Right.
And on the, yeah, it was definitely very hectic because of the
Mm-hmm.
deadlines, and you have to pursue for LORs and essays and GMAT. So yeah, it was a little bit stressful, but I really enjoyed it.
Okay, that's really nice. I think the entire application process is actually like an introspection session that goes on for a few months, right? So, with what area in the application process did you struggle the most, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Definitely essays,
Hmm.
because
Okay.
rest everything, yeah, apart from GMAT for sure, when GMAT is done. So I
Hmm.
was like, okay, like almost, now I'm ready. But the real struggle starts after GMAT, when you select your schools, and then every school has like 4 or 5 essays, and they are like different. And you have to really think, and maybe discuss with your mentors, your friends. You have to do a lot of editing of essays and all. So that was really challenging. But having a clear thought process, and what you want, and as you said, the right introspection. When you know those things, I think then
Right.
writing part is easy.
Absolutely. So, would you like to share your interview experience with the B schools?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, the interview experience was very good. Like they have, a commonality on, asking questions such as why MBA and why this particular B schools, what are your long-term and short-term goals and all that.
Mm.
And, some schools have really, stressed on topics such as diversity, equity, and inclusion. And especially like my journey from migrating from India to Canada, the culture change, and working here with
Right.
people from diverse backgrounds. So those things really helped me in the interviews.
All right. Okay. So I'm sure it's been a very long journey to actually move to a new country and start a new life there.
Yeah.
So were there like any struggles that you faced, and like would you like to share them with the future candidates watching this video?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
So for the Indian male engineering group
Yes.
is overrepresented in B schools. So it's not, if you want to, go to a top B school, I would say it's not just, sufficient to have like a good GMAT score. I have seen people getting rejection, even they have like 760 score. So you really need to show, your experience. And apart from, just to stand out, you really, if you have kind of, international experience, or you have worked on international assignments, so just, showcase that. And also I would say do like a lot of volunteering, or these kind of things, because it really makes you stand out. We do not have, what I observed, when I was in college in India, we do not have this, volunteering culture in India. But when I moved here, like I witnessed that, almost everyone is involved in one or, other kind of activities, helping the community. So, just to and it's really good. It's really give you, a lot of exposure. It's really good for networking. So do these kind of things to, stand out.
Right. Yeah, I think it's really important that we also have maybe a few social services and volunteering experiences to showcase when we move outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, is there any final suggestion or message that you would like to share with all the viewers watching this video?
Yeah, sure. So to sum up, I would say start early.
Mhm.
Mostly application deadline starts in September. So, start your GMAT around February or March. And, by July, you should be done with your GMAT, and then start working on essays and all. And just shortlist your schools before. Don't just go with rankings. Just think where you want to go, and pick schools with, the, for example, if you want to go to product management or consulting, select the schools according to that category. And do a lot of networking even before you start your application. It will really help you, to have an ideas for your application. So yeah, I think talk to a lot of people, have exposure. I think these are the, key things to present a strong application.
All right. This has been really, really amazing. Thank you so much, Nitin, for giving us your time and for sharing your valuable suggestions with the future candidates.
Thank you, Dikshita.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Take
Thank
care.
you. You too.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.